Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to unbox and take a closer look at the new G3 Skelita doll, and I have to tell you guys, I have never been more excited for a G3 doll release. Skelita has always been one of my favorite characters and favorite dolls as well because of how unique she is. She has a full skeleton body mold, which I am absolutely obsessed with. As you can see on the screen right now, we have some really exciting dolls coming out. Other than Skelita, we are going to have a second generation of core refresh with the main 5 ghouls. The fashion of all of these characters are really fierce and really monster high. Obviously, it's still 2026, but I can feel the monster high energy from this art on the back of the box. And my personal favorite has to be Cleo. She is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. But anyways, so as you can see, the doll box has changed a bit from the previous doll boxes. It looks a bit different. It also has less plastic involved. I would imagine they were probably trying to look for something that's a bit more environment friendly. Obviously not too much, but at least a little bit. You have seen or perhaps even unboxed a Monster High G3 doll before, then you know that the big Monster High logo used to be on a giant chunk of useless plastic, and now that has been replaced with cardboard. Before we get into the review, I wanted to mention to you guys that I wanted to have a little bit of fun with this unboxing, and I've actually recorded a full ASMR version of the unboxing of this doll. So if you guys are interested, make sure to check out my channel because I do plan to upload the two videos, this video and the ASMR video, together at the same time. Now, this was the first ever ASMR video that I have ever recorded, so obviously it's not perfect, but I was having a lot of fun, so I really hope you guys that if you check it out, you will be having a lot of fun as well. Now, Skelita herself is Mexican. Her entire character and her entire fashion is very heavily inspired by Mexican traditions, especially the Day of the Dead, which is a celebration and a part of Mexican culture, which I really heavily appreciate. So this doll feels very close to me. I am obsessed with this doll, and I really hope you guys that you will love her as well, because I really want to see more Skelita dolls in the future. Because I think we are all aware at this point that metal only really brings back dolls if they see that they are really popular. So you guys make sure to hype this doll up, and if you can, get it. If you like it, of course. If you don't like it, don't get it. I'm not one to persuade you to overconsume, but I really hope that the community will love this doll because I want to see what else metal could make or create with this doll. I feel like with Skelita, metal has a lot of potential to create really fashionable, really fierce dolls in the future. Now, first we are going to go through the accessories and then we will take a closer look at the doll itself. First, she has a notepad where we can see some of her fashion designs. And then the second thing, this is a traditional Mexican pastry. You will see the name on the screen right now. I'm scared of saying it. I'm sorry. I don't want to offend anyone by saying the name wrong. I'm so sorry. I'm a small creator. I'm terrified of being cancelled over anything and everything. Anyways, she has a phone, it has a candle in the back, it's gorgeous, it also has some butterfly designs, and then it has the Monster High version of Instagram opened on the front. I presume it's like an Instagram kind of app, and the picture you can see on the phone is actually Monster High's official canon drag queen character, which I am obsessed with that they put this character on the phone. Girl, I'm way too excited about this doll and I'm losing my ability to speak, but who cares, we're moving on. Next, we have these really cute shades. They are butterfly themed. They're super adorable. I used to have very similar glasses to this, but I'm pretty sure I broke them, unfortunately. I would love to be matching with Skelita, but yeah, I'll need to get new ones because these are super cute. You might have noticed already that Skelita's fashion is very heavily inspired by butterflies. If you have heard a little bit about Mexican culture and Day of the Dead before, then you might already know why this is the case. But also if you go on Skelita's own profile on Monster High's website, that also mentions that she loves butterflies, but that once again is just connected to the real holiday and the real event that happens in Mexico during Day of the Dead. But we will come back and talk about this a little bit more later. Now we're looking at her bag, which has a very, very Y2K vibe, and I'm really obsessed with the charm at the front. Next, we have another traditional Mexican item. This one, I thought it was a drink, but then someone told me it wasn't, but then someone else told me it was. You can see the name written on the screen right now. And if anyone can tell me anything else about this in the comments, I would love to read from people who know more than I do. I will like your comment, I will pin it if I can, I will do anything to get the information out there. And then next we have these scissors. These scissors are my personal favorite from Skelita's accessories. I think it is gorgeous, and this is a bit of a spoiler, but I will use these scissors in a DIY craft in the future, so if you guys don't want to miss out, please make sure to subscribe. Now, I have a bit of a bone to pick with metal when it comes to the next accessory, which I guess I can't even call it an accessory, it's a pet. It's a dog, which, to be fair, looks absolutely cute, so I will give that to Metal. The design is really nice, but I have to tell you guys, I'm a bit disappointed that Metal keeps giving all the dolls dogs and cats. Do you guys remember that originally Draculaura in G3 was given a cat, and then they had to turn it into a bat once they realized that we wanted the original G1 bat back? And do you guys remember that Cleo had a dog as well in G3, even though in G1 she had a snake? I'm not sure why Metal is so scared of giving unconventional pets to these dolls who are monsters. I don't know why, but I just kind of wish Skelita had maybe like a big monstrous butterfly instead of a puppy. But I gotta give them, the puppy is really cute. To be fair, in G1 there was some information out there about Skelita's family supposedly having a dog. However, it was also mentioned that she has a pet butterfly, so still I would have enjoyed a pet butterfly for this doll. Look guys, it's Miranda Cosgrove. I need someone to tell me that I'm not alone with this, but since I was a child, I believed that Skelita looks very similar to Miranda. I think it's the combination of the hairstyle and the face shape. No shade to Miranda, love her, but yeah. So this is the doll. I'm absolutely blown away. I'm completely obsessed. She's gorgeous. I would go as far as to say that she is much better looking than the original Skelita, specifically the OG number one first ever Skelita that was ever created for Monster High in G1. If you look at that doll, you can see that it doesn't have that much going on, or not as much as this doll. This one has these little ruffled sleeves, and this one has a hairdress as well. From the pictures that I saw from the original, it seemed like the original Skelita didn't have anything going on the head. So she has the same brown in her hair that the original Skelita had, but at the same time she also has some pink, which I think is a really cute touch. She also has a much more complicated makeup look. We're gonna get a closer look in a second, but yeah, in general I just wanted to say that I honestly enjoy this doll better than the original Skelita doll. They kept this design, which I believe is basically the same as the original Skelita had. I haven't checked to make sure that like all the little pictures are exactly the same, but in general like the colors and the way it looks, like it's all the same. So I am really happy about the fact that they took that. They took what was great about the original Skelita and they added it to this new version of Skelita. I love the shoes. Again, we're gonna get a closer look in a second. But just the ruffled sleeves, the little accessories that she has, and the big puffy skirt, I think they all give a very amazing look for the doll. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. But me, honestly, personally, I think this doll is an upgrade. I think the original was great, but this doll is definitely an upgrade. You can see that this doll is timeless. Like, when you look at this doll, you don't think, oh, this doll was created in 2025. You think that this is a timeless doll that looks great no matter when or how you look at it. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous doll with really nice details and a really nice design. It represents not just a character, but it represents a culture, which is very, very important. And I think it does, as someone who is not part of this culture, but who appreciates the culture, I think this is a really nice way to represent a specific culture, a specific group of people, and to introduce it to children who otherwise might not learn about the whole thing. So let me know what you guys think about any of this in the comments, and now we're gonna take an actual look at the doll. So to be honest with you guys, I feel like in my earlier videos I kind of made the mistake of talking too much about something that I didn't really have much to say about, other than the fact that I really liked it. So I'm trying to not do that this time. I'm not going to stop every 5 seconds to say I really like this, I really like that, but this is still a learning process. I'm still trying to see what's good and what's not good to mention in a review video. So if you guys have any constructive criticism, obviously I'm really happy to read your comments. That being said, this makeup is absolutely amazing, breathtaking, gorgeous. I love the little detail about G3 Monster High dolls, that every single doll has some kind of shape in their eyes that represents the doll itself. So for Skelita, it's butterflies. And I love that. And I need you guys to appreciate this makeup and this whole look because it's amazing. I have nothing much to say about the headdress itself. I feel like I'm definitely going to paint it, so if you guys want to see me paint it, let me know and I can make a video. It's really cute, but compared to like all the little colorful details, it's not the best that it's just one color. I understand why they didn't take the time to paint it, because I'm sure it would be a lot more work for the doll, but like the simple orange look, it just looks kind of half finished if you look at everything else on the doll. So I think for my peace of mind, I am going to attempt and paint it a little bit. As we take a closer look at Skelita's dress, you can tell that her whole look is very highly inspired by butterflies. She has butterflies everywhere, so I was really curious to see whether butterflies were a part of the Day of the Dead, and they in fact were. So in case you guys didn't know, I would highly suggest that you guys look into it by yourselves because it's really interesting. But the short story is that during the Day of the Dead and around the Day of the Dead in Mexico, every year they have a really large population of monarch butterflies coming to their forests. And the people believe that these butterflies are the souls of their past loved ones coming back to them during these times, which I think is really, really special. It's just really nice to see that a piece of culture is so well conveyed through a kid's doll. I think learning about the butterflies in Mexico during the Day of the Dead, it just makes me love this doll even more, because this doll isn't just a doll, it tells a story, and it holds in itself so many people's culture that has been passed down from generation to generation. I hope you guys are able to appreciate this doll for what it is, because it's fun to play with if you're a kid or if you like to play with dolls. It's a gorgeous doll. It's going to make a gorgeous part of my doll collection. It's gonna be on display in the center, etc., etc. But also, when you look at this doll, she's a piece of history, and I think that is absolutely amazing. And I'm so glad that Metal has created this doll, has revived this doll from G1, has revived this character, She's absolutely amazing. That's about the dress. Other than that, the skirt is beautiful. As I said, I love the whole dress. I think it's a really nice ensemble. I love the ruffled little sleeves. I love the big puffy skirt. And I love the color coordination. Everything is great. The second to last thing is her shoes. Her shoes are lovely, really, really detailed. She has really, really high platform shoes, very glam, very reminiscent of Monster High, especially G1 Monster High, I would say. In G3, dolls are not that likely to wear like huge platform heels, but I'm glad to see that they still do, at least some of them. It has multiple colors, which I'm really grateful for, that it's not just one color. Absolutely gorgeous. The heels, oh my god. Look at this. Anyways, so the last thing that we're gonna look at is her body itself. So we're gonna undress her now and take a look at the body. So this is such an interesting choice, to me at least, the way they decided to basically give her a waist. Skelita got a ghost waist and a ghost backside as well. Basically, they did the whole skeleton look and then they just put this plastic clear thing around her waist, around her like abdominal area, so she has the same doll shape as any other doll. I would imagine if a kid wants to change the clothes on the dolls, put a different type of clothing on this doll, it would be easier to dress this doll up in whatever clothes you want. It's also easier, I would say, to put her own clothes on her, and so that the clothes have this look of, you know, being actually filled up, because I would imagine the clothes look better if they're tight instead of being baggy around the doll's body. It's really easy to amaze me, I would say, but I think this is an absolute genius idea. I love that it's clear, you can see what's inside, and the whole body, the way it's built up, the way it's molded, everything is so nicely detailed. Most of this is covered up all the time by her clothes, and the fact that they still took the time to make this, I really appreciate that, honestly. And then here are her legs, her bony legs. I'm gonna take the shoes off so we can take a look at her feet as well. I would say this one is nicely detailed as well. I think she is a really high quality doll. She is a really gorgeous doll, and if you're thinking about getting any Monster High doll for yourself, I think you should get Skelita. She has a lovely face. She is such a unique design, and I'm just really, really, really hoping that if this doll sells out, or they sell enough of this doll to make it worth it, that they will create another one. I want a second one. I just saw, if I'm not mistaken, that we are going to get a second Cupid doll. So that gives me hope that they will make a second Skelita doll as well at some point, because I would love to see what they do with her. I would love to see how they play around with the butterfly theme that she has, to see how they play around with the whole Day of the Dead aesthetic. I really appreciate her original core design, but at the same time, they obviously played it safe with this dress. Like, they just wanted to make sure to make an upgraded version of the G1 doll. Now that we've got this out of the way, I would love to see what they do with her when they do something new that absolutely hasn't been done before. To see what they do with her hair, perhaps they put other colors in her hair, to see what other makeup looks they can come up with for her. I would just be absolutely delighted to see more Skelita dolls. So that's it for the doll. I think I'm not gonna torture you guys with an outro. This was already long enough. So thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to check out the ASMR video when it comes out. I should be uploading it like right after this one. So if you guys like ASMR, or if you want to check out my first ever attempt at creating ASMR, then make sure to check it out and give me some constructive criticism, some feedback about whether it was enjoyable or not. I liked playing around with it, and I liked unboxing this doll in a ASMR style. Thank you so much for being here. I will be waiting for your comments, so make sure you comment, and I will see you guys in the next one.